Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at the MACD. I might have covered a video on this before. This isn't really going to be breaking down what the MACD is. It's just a specific strategy you can use with the MACD. So for those of you who don't know anything about the MACD, basically this is what it looks like. You can find it in your indicators. Okay, so just type MACD when you search it up. Basically, guys, it's just a momentum indicator, okay? So it's just telling you essentially when you're trending up or down, how strong that trend is and how much momentum you have. So that nice push you're seeing, okay? The strength of that. Obviously, if you're consolidating or you have a really weak trend, it's going to display lower momentum. If you have a really bullish surge or a really strong bearish surge, it's going to be indicating a high momentum. So that's what it is, just broken down. I probably have covered that briefly somewhere, but anyway, this is what it looks like. So it's basically, these lines here essentially are just EMAs, okay? I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty on what they are right now because it's not really the point of the video. What I do want to look at and what we're going to look at today is this histogram on the bottom, all right? And basically, you guys, it's kind of a little bit hard to see the way I have this set up. Let me zoom in. Okay, there we go. When this histogram is when these bars are getting bigger, it's indicating a rise in momentum, just to put it in the simplest of terms, okay? These ones down here, let me grab my little marker. So obviously here our momentum is strongest, right? And here our momentum is strongest. It doesn't really matter if it's going up or down. It's just the length of these bars, okay? Just to be super clear. Second thing, so what I like to do when I'm using this strategy, or what you should do when you're using this strategy, plot in your support and resistance first before even looking at this guy, okay? So let's plot in a resistance level. Again, I'm just doing this quickly, but I like to include as many wicks as I can, okay? And let's put a support in as well, which is probably going to be, let me zoom out a little bit so I can see some other areas. That's 1, 2, 3, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to actually use this area here. And next, what we're going to do, so I want to wait for price to test my support or resistance area, okay? So here we can see I'm testing my resistance area. If I have a nice strong momentum, so if this indicator is telling me, yes, your momentum is pretty strong. Now here, I mean, they're not super long here compared to, say, let's go over and I'll show you what I mean. Like here, we'd have really, really strong momentum, right? Let's go back and see. Here, we'd have really strong momentum. So this is probably a better example. So let's draw another one in just because I want to give you guys a really good example. So let's just see if this is actually a good resistance area. If I come over. Okay, so it is because we're touching all along here. So we know it's a good resistance area. And I want to go back. Let me get rid of this blob. All right, so when I test this area, you see how nice and long these, what bars are. Sorry, you guys, I'm losing my marbles tonight. See how long these bars are in the histogram? And they're getting really big. That's what I want to see when I'm talking about strong momentum. I want really strong ones. These little guys here, not so much. This one's okay. And these are kind of mediocre, but these really long ones are what we're looking for, okay? So as price goes up, let's backtrack a little. Price is testing that area of resistance again, right? And we have really strong momentum displayed down here. I'm going to look for entry here. And that might sound a little funny because you might be thinking, but I mean, why would you look for an sell entry here if you have such strong momentum? Like, what's stopping price? And the reason we use momentum to determine an entry point here is because that momentum, okay, coming towards this area, it has to end, okay? It has to. You're going to have buyer exhaustion happen. You're going to have a bunch of sellers sitting here waiting at this area because they're watching this high momentum, right? They know, okay, we've had a really strong momentum coming towards this area. It's a good time to place a sell. So other sellers are actually selling here too. And usually what you'll see, and obviously this is not always going to happen because it is currency trading and nothing is ever final, but often what we'll see is a really strong push down. Okay, so once we come up to that level and we have that strong momentum and a nice rejection candle, which you probably would have seen on the 15-minute. If we go to the 15-minute, we can look for it after. You'd see a nice strong push down. Okay, so the higher the momentum coming up, the bigger the push down you're usually going to see. But of course, you have to use multiple confirmations, you guys, because this trend could always continue. Okay, it could always continue, and you could see a break of this resistance. Obviously, this doesn't always work. We have to look for rejection. We have to look for, price action to confirm. But this is a method that I really, really like. And again, all you're doing is first plot your support and resistance, check for, so you can literally just put your line right over that area you're looking at, and then come down and view what the histogram is looking like. So if it's showing you high momentum and you've got those nice long bars, you've got a possible entry and you can look for rejection. Let's go down to the 15-minute and just see. So the worst thing about this is I can't just go back to where I was. This is why I hate doing it. Let's get rid of this guy because he's going to annoy me. I really wish there was a button. Maybe there is something I could press to just automatically go back. If we don't see it, I'm going to give up in a sec. Let's go out and see. This always happens to me, you guys. Every freaking time. No. Okay, I'm probably not going to find it. But had we looked on, basically what I was looking for, you guys, is just a nice rejection candle. Sometimes on the 4-hour, you won't see a super strong rejection. And then when you go down to the 15-minute, you see a really nice doji. That's all I was saying. So you might see a candle that looks like this one on the 15-minute, but I'm not going to go back and waste all of our time. Basically, that's it, you guys. That is the strategy that I wanted to show you. If you need further clarification on this, or you want more information on the MACD, because there's so much I could go on about in terms of the MACD. It's a little bit of a complicated indicator in a sense. The way I teach it, though, is really simple and easy to understand. So if you want to see another video on the MACD, just let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.